So if you know what you want in life, you're in the right place. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, and today I'd like to discuss with you what this year 2022 brought to us from the different camera brands, because we were able to witness what was their approach to life. So we had many that were after innovation, technology, autofocusing, burst rates, and this is what most of the photographers out there, especially the young ones, are looking forward, because they need to make their life easier. Of course, if you're a wedding photographer, a sport photographer, a wildlife photographer, you want that AEF tracking on human, on animals, on cars, on whatever you need to track, and shoot as many pictures as possible with impossible burst rates. But if you're a photographer who is out there just for fun, as many of us, maybe you don't need all that spec. Maybe you don't need all that tech. Maybe you just need to spend more time out there because you want to improve your technique, not your technology. So it's a different tech and a different approach that we witnessed from one company to another. So while we were more than happy to have the Sony AR7 V announced and all that new technology that is making our life easier, we were also very happy to see the Leica M6 announced. And that camera in particular, technology, it's not so advanced. I mean, I also never made it out from the 90s, but this is a different thing. So what this year brought to us? Many different products. Some with a clear positioning, like the Fujifilm X-H2S, which is for video, declared. Some other less cleared, like I want to do everything, like the Sony A1. You want to do everything, but it's not the top notch in videos or in photography. And so in the very end, each one of us has a different preference toward the brands they're connected to, because of the color science, because of your workflow. You are used to work with that particular gear, you know the menu better than others, you probably like lenses better than others, but in the very end, what really matters is what approach you have to life in general and what approach you have to photography. So if you are a photographer during your spare time, you're more than welcome to choose whatever camera you want. But if you are a photographer for job, as a profession, that maybe technology might help you. Hence the great discussion. Up to what point technology is helping you, and after that point is replacing you. After what point the camera takes decisions that you should have to make instead, because you want to make your photography as personal as possible. I'm particularly proud when I take a shot that I made, because I know the struggle of getting that shot done. I know the struggles of the past decades, which I had to experience, starting from field photography, writing down the notes and the settings that I had, and then I saw the evolution and the transition from film camera to DSLRs, and from DSLRs to mirrorless cameras, and now I have this bad boy, which is the Leica Q2, which is helping me a lot, but I'm not using the autofocus more than 50% of the times, because I do really enjoy manual focusing and using the manual settings for the ISO, so on and so forth. But each one of us has different needs, each one of us has a different purpose and a different goal to reach. So this year 2022 we witnessed several new products, including the Fujifilm X-T5, which will please many of you out there, and I'm also having myself a close look at it. And so if you missed that episode, you can find it here. If you missed the release of the M6, you can find that episode up here. And if you missed my 2 cents about the Sony A7R5, you can find the link up here. But apart from the review, so my warm suggestion is to step back 1 second and see what your approach to life will be. Are you after an impressive burst rates because you want to shoot birds? It's okay. Are you a street photographer and you want a smaller and compact camera and maybe one lens only? It's okay too. Do you love technology and you want to experience the brand new technology just announced and implemented together with the AI? that's okay too. But we have so many different propositions out there, and not only from camera brand to camera brand, but within the same camera brands. I'm thinking about Canon. It has like 200 different product lines, and so it's not clear even maybe to themselves what they're trying to sell you. While for Sony, that's all about AF and the AI implemented to get the better AF and tracking. They set the standard for the market, and then all the other companies had to follow. A very good example would be the Nikon Z9 that arrived way too late, but when it hit the market it was oh so good. And then also other camera brands had to implement that autofocusing tracking mechanism, because now that technology is the standard for the category, while other brands, yes, they did it. I'm thinking about Leica, of course, with the SL2S reporter, which is my favorite version, but I'm also thinking about the courage they had in releasing the Leica M6 in 2022. And I'm thinking about all those customers who were really eager to have that camera back in the days and they missed it, and they were thinking about getting maybe a used M6 or maybe a new Leica MP, and now they have the chance to purchase a brand new Leica M6 with no technology at all. I mean, it's a film camera, it will take us back to our youth, but technology not its strength, right? And what are we saying here? The Leica is still very loyal to its roots, that Sony took the best out of the Minolta acquisition, that Canon has the time to deliver a zillion products each year, while Fuji, I like the approach from Fuji because they were also famous for their beautiful sharp lenses, and I'm referring to the prime lenses that Fuji has, especially the X line. And so they're taking a step back and they are separating the video production and the photography production, and that is to be appreciated, even though I'm not a Fuji user anymore. I had a couple of fine peaks during the years, but not much than that. And when we're scouting for the best gear here, I'm thinking about the approach we had and coming from other different sports or interests. Like I'm thinking about golfers that are always after the best club to have a straight shot. And I'm thinking about motorbike riders who are always there trying to pimp their bike to change the exhaust, but in the very end you only need more hours riding to be a better pilot. And with photography it's the same thing. When we have a tiny bit of money set aside, we want to improve our gear, but in the very end we always follow what we love. I'm not switching from brand to brand just for the sake of it. I'm always looking for new products, new rumors to come, but in the very end I will keep using my Leica Q2 because it is the best that I could have, and because it is the best camera representing my approach to photography. So I really hope you will find your way soon. If you did not yet, of course, many of you are seasoned photographers, you know exactly what you want. So this is my best wish for you toward this end of the year. Go out there, scout the cameras and the new products, and dream about having this self-gift for Christmas. And then I hope that the best gift will be just the time to go out and use the camera that you own already. So with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on your social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the new videos to come. And I guess I will see you later. Thank you. Bye.